Hello everyone and welcome to their Smite gameplay commentary. Today we're watching the Cognitive Red versus Insania gaming match from the round of 16 from the North American Smite World Championship Qualifiers, Week 8. So, I picked this game particularly today just because there's a couple different gods coming out. Fenrir has been picking up a little bit in the way of popularity as far as getting picked. However, there is Zhang who has not been picked up a whole lot. And for Insania Gaming, we do have Hi-Rez, who has not seen a lot in the way of competitive play, so this should be, at the very least, an interesting game. We'll be seeing some different gods getting used here. See, just some early ward placement coming out, nothing really spectacular from either side. Otherwise, fairly normal starts, both teams just choosing to stand by their own buffs. No early invades will be coming out in this game, it would appear, as ping spam comes out across the map, possibly indicating the path for an invade, or just minions perhaps, and they are currently going across a ward as Bakasura and Hi-Rez are backing off immediately. They may attempt to contest this, it looks like Cognitive Red may successfully pick up this steal. Bakasura and Hi-Rez just kind of hanging back in lane. They are taking their time, going for this attack speed buff. If I said damage buff previously, I misspoke. Mid lane Zhang is doing his thing with his little, what are they called? Tags, wards. Early steal attempt coming out by Cognitive Red on the left side of the map. Kumbhakarna is down quite low. One or two more hits here may put him into his passive, as he is getting surrounded. Artemis on the back, however, is getting chased down by Apollo, or Neith, not Apollo. One more hit will secure the kill and first blood. Can Neith find it? The Alquang Tornado from across the wall will be enough, as Neith does land the last hit instead, picking up first blood for Insania Gaming. Kumba is still getting caught out in the back. Loki now on the scene as well as Zhang, as Kumba is knocked into his passive, with Loki picking up the kill onto Kumbhakarna. So a lot of action pack. Lots of action off the back of those two early invades by Cognitive Red. They have, however, not come out on top of that, losing first blood. They find themselves behind by about 300 gold, and I believe they have no buffs currently to speak of. I misspoke. Loki does still have the attack speed buff from that invade, as well as Artemis having lost her mana buff for that invade, so that will be interesting as things go forward. Neith will have a lot more in the way of wave clears. You can see the wave is already pushed under the tower, and Neith getting some early damage onto it. Yank occurring in the right lane as Hi-Rez is getting caught out by Loki and Fenrir. No one quite has their ult yet, as Hi-Rez is running in circles, hoping for those minions to show up and help him sooner than later. Brutalize coming out from Fenrir, as Hi-Rez does get dropped despite the presence of that large minion wave. I think it's Brutalize or Pounce. I don't know what it's called. I think Brutalize is a different ability. I should have looked up this stuff a little better before the game. I do not have notes for Fenrir in front of me, so we will call them that his Pounce or Leap or his jump onto the enemy person. Mid lane, kind of even on both sides. Alquang is slightly up on experience, as Zhang now does also tick to level 5, so both do have their ultimate available. Right lane, despite having the mana buff for some extra damage, the minion wave has been pushed forward by Cognitive Red to the tower. Couple minion hits coming through, but they'll be dealing with that quite quickly and easily, as the wave is once again going to be advancing forward toward the middle of the lane. However, a little help from Geb will result in that wave being taken care of quite quickly, as Loki is sneaking around the side, looking for a gank opportunity onto Alquang, or placing a ward. Here he goes, stealthy up. There's the vanish. Alquang, however, aware of what's going on, does quickly run away from that encounter. And I completely and utterly missed a kill in the right lane, as Fenrir makes short and easy work of Hi-Rez. Looking to ignore the minion wave. Let's actually just take a quick rewind and see what happened. Looks like Hi-Rez might have, as the camera is not cooperating. Hi-Rez biting off a little bit more than he can chew, now down 2 levels. Fenrir taking up to level 6, putting Hi-Rez behind 3 levels. So Hi-Rez is going to be in a world of trouble over there if he doesn't get some help from some of his teammates. Geb might have been looking for something there, but nothing coming of it. Over in the left lane, mana buff has worn off. Neith now down at little to no mana. They'll be going back and forth. Probably won't be seeing much in the way of aggression there for the moment, anyway. Kumba is rotating around, showing some presence. Mid lane possibly looking for something. Zhong Kui is far enough back. He will not have to worry about that at the moment. Hades still really far behind. Fenrir now up to level 7. Hades still does not even have his ultimate ability. Bakasura is rotating around. We'll see if anything comes of this. Fenrir at this point, however, there's a silence onto Fenrir. Fenrir is still in position. There's the pounce onto Hades as he is now running away, having spotted out Bakasura. As I miss a kill mid lane, looks like a bunch of aggression by 3 members of Cognitive Red have resulted in Kumba getting picked off and killed. Let's quickly just take a peek at what happened here. A little fight breaking out in the mid jungle. Shield coming out onto Loki as the Recall Demon's ability off of Zhong Kui does finish him off. Back to the fight out of the right lane. Fenrir is rotating over to middle lane, looking to get away. Ragnarok does come out, looking for Hades, who does manage to dash underground and get away. Turning quickly, looking for that bite onto Bakasura, not quite managing to connect it. Geb, however, is now over here as well. We'll see if anything manages to come of this. Bakasura could be running into multiple people, however, the presence of Zhong Kui does give away the that invasion. It looks like Cognitive Red is looking for an invade here on to the attack speed buff once again, and they do quickly and easily take it. Looks like we're back 5 minutes ago when the game first started. At this point, there is quite a large lead in favor of Cognitive Red, who now up about 1,500 gold and a number of kills. The experience advantage, however, is quite a bit in favor of Cognitive Red. Looking for the kill once again on Hades. He is level 5, his ultimate is available, however, he would not have lived very long in the middle of Pillar of Agony. 3 members of Cognitive Red bearing down with that much of an experience advantage is not going to end well in your favor. Looks like Neith may be putting forth some aggression onto Artemis, however, nothing coming of it currently. Bit of damage onto Artemis, but the root from Neith not landing in time to get more damage out onto Artemis. The minion wave on her side. Artemis is now looking for a bit of aggression onto Neith.
Your middle tower is under attack.
At this point, Artemis's wave clear is not quite enough to keep up. I guess with her volley, she can kind of keep up. I don't know what I'm talking about sometimes. It's not as bad as it first appeared it was. So, that. It's like Cognitive Red is kind of grouping up a little bit on the left-hand side of the map. Possibly just clearing out some buffs before going back to the lanes. And mid-harpies and fun things like that. Now, right now, I can feel this gank attempt onto Hades coming once again. Hades does have his ultimate at this point, as it looks like some people are getting chased in the jungle on the left side of the map. Loki looking perhaps to jump onto Ao Kuang. There's a little fear onto Fenrir, as Fenrir does leap forward, doesn't quite catch it. Hades out, however. As there's still more posturing going on in the left lane, or center lane, rather. Artemis is continuing to split push as the rest of her team are working on the other lanes of the game. Neith has returned, however, no damage going to be getting put out. Fenrir jumping in, there's the Ragnarok onto Hades. Hades, however, does beads out of it, so he will be safe for a very brief moment. In the middle of a minion wave, Fenrir does take a bunch of damage. Here comes the Neith ult. This could be a death for Fenrir. Zoom back out. Loki is in place to block the ultimate from Neith from coming across the map. Hades does get dropped. Fenrir, however, does get dropped in return. Fight is continuing. Regurgitate is up from Bakasura onto Loki. Loki is getting dangerously low. There's the Cataclysm. Bakasura does manage to pick off Loki before running for himself. Epic uppercut lands onto Geb. With Zhong Kui coming around, however, this could be bad. Recall Demons is out. Ao Kuang is locked down. Aegis does come out briefly, and Zhong Kui does force the fight. The dot is still ticking on Ao Kuang, but it has now run out. So 1-for-1 situation. Or, no, not 1-for-1. A 2-for-2 situation, I believe. with Loki and Hades dying and Bakasura and Fenrir dying, though those may not have been listed with their respective teams, but those were the people who died. Elsewhere on the map, let's actually just take a quick look at... Heard Fenrir leap in. It's like, oh god, Fenrir's killing Hades again. No. Take a look at the items so far. Devourer's Gauntlets are up and building stacks for both hunters. As there's the Hades, or Fenrir jump onto Hades. Fenrir isn't in position to keep up on this. Ragnarok comes out. Bees are not up this time. This is almost definitely going to be a dead Hades. And one more hit. There it is. Hades getting picked off once again. 5 deaths so far this game. Just not able to catch up and get back into this off of the just very, very aggressive play by Fenrir. That early invade and experience deficit just is still favoring Fenrir so much. As 4 members of Cognitive Red are poising around the left side of the map, possibly considering a Gold Fury pickup. Kumba out of position, getting caught out by a Geb Shockwave, teleport from Loki to back it up, and Knockings was passive when he is now going to be killed off by Loki. So Hand of the God, Hog 3 now for Insania Gaming is down and out of the picture. Cognitive Red could go for a kill here, Gold Fury kill quite safely. No fear of that getting picked up anytime during the next. Actually, Kumba's back up, so that opportunity has kind of gone out the window for the moment. Artemis getting dropped quickly by Loki and Neith getting dropped quickly by Loki and Artemis in the left lane. Let's go ahead and watch that. Loki sitting in the window over there. There's the Vanish. Neith not aware of this coming around. There's the teleport and backstab by Loki. Neith leaping back. Tusky comes out, stuns her up outside of the tower, and she is quickly and easily dropped and killed. Fenrir, the big bad wolf with his lovely Christmas sweater over in the right lane, eating the minions. Good stuff. Ao Kuang, if I can get my mouse up and running, is kind of getting poked at by Geb. Shockwave, knocking him up for a little bit of damage. Not much else coming of that currently, as Artemis and Loki are running away from Bakasura and Kumbhakarna.
Your left tower is under attack.
Artemis and Geb, however, are turning aggression onto Kumbhakarna. Mighty Yawn does come out onto Geb, stopping that chase and getting him out alive for the moment. However, the single minion was killed off by the other minion wave. So the minion wave was going forward, but there was not a minion wave, there was a single minion. As both Geb and Artemis are now recalling to shop. Right lane, Loki might be looking to help out Fenrir here, finding Bakasura over in the jungle. Will Fenrir go for it? That is the question. Does not look like so. He will be doing so currently. I was gonna say, Ao Kuang, however, is getting caught out. The Spear Tempest does come across, hitting Zonkui, not doing much to end wave damage just yet. Ao Kuang getting dangerously low, does manage to sneak out around the back. Fenrir also dangerously low as Zonkui does get off the kill onto Ao Kuang. Hades, however, coming into the picture, Zonkui getting quite low. Bakasura did also get picked off by Zonkui there in the middle. Loki got picked off as well. I'm kind of missed that, getting picked off. Team fights just getting kind of crazy. Let's just rewind quick to see what happened. Loki gets picked off. Neith Ultimate does pick off Fenrir. That's what happened there. Alright, in the back. Loki got picked off by the Pillar of Agony from Hades. And there's one more kill coming out, or is that just a display lag? Yes, okay. It was a display. The little kill displays on the top side of the screen being disappeared already, being gone already. Over in the left lane, more aggression coming out from Artemis as Tusky is unleashed onto Neith. Damage coming out, trap laid underneath feet, and the volley coming out to secure the kill for Artemis. This left lane tower will now be going down on the back of the minion wave, and the assistive fire from Artemis. First tower of the game going to Cognitive Red. Their gold lead now sitting at about 4,000 gold. Kumbhakarna is rotating around, looking to clear out this minion wave. At this point in the game, however, Artemis with the 5-level lead and, well, given the fact that supports don't do much damage to begin with. Artemis could make quick work of Kumbhakarna if she so chose to fight him. Over by the right lane, Geb is nosing around a little bit, looking for anything worth picking up. At this point, there is nothing there, however, so he will be leaving that side of the jungle rather empty-handed. There are wards scattered all over the place, so Insania Gaming was aware of his presence. Over in the right lane, however, Bakasura is left to defend the lane solo. It looks like Cognitive Red does, as I say that, it looks like Cognitive Red has decided they want Bakasura for dinner, as he does manage to leap out away, but this tower will be going down here ever so shortly. Down to about 200 health, and there it goes. Second tower of the game also going to Cognitive Red as Bakasura does recall back out to heal up. 3 members of Cognitive Red now, however, are pushing down mid lane. And it looks like they may be going for gold. No, not Gold Fury. I need to stop. They're going for Gold Fury. It has not happened yet. It may happen eventually. It may not. It's maybe one of the few games that Gold Fury never gets touched. Who knows? See, as Zhang Kui was looking for a steal on that damage buff over the wall, not quite managing to get it. He will, however, continue to poke around in the jungle. Neith possibly about to get caught out here in a bad position. Kumbhakarna is present to help out. Both teams, however, choosing to disengage. Here's that Gold Fury fight, finally. I have been calling for it for the past 13.5 minutes. An early Hand of God by 2 members, but the Cognitive Red does manage to secure successfully. Kumbhakarna is dropped into his passive. Bakasura jumping in with Regurgitate coming out. Zhang Kui getting quite low on health. Spirit Tempest coming through, not able to pick him off. Bakasura is, however, dropped by Artemis in the midst of that fight. Neith is trying to leap away. She is running for her life at this point. Loki getting in range. Blink forward from Geb. Shockwave hitting Neith, who does manage to slip away with a sliver of health as Cognitive Red is choosing to go for the left tower instead. This tower will be dropped quite quickly. A full minion wave there. Fenrir in the jungle being cheeky, stealing some back harpies. Zhang Kui in the middle lane, taking the mid tower. Mid tower down below half as Fenrir is now working on the right lane tower. Middle tower has gone down. Zhang Kui is not giving up on his assault as he nukes down that wave of minions. There are a number of members of Insania Gaming up at this point. Bakasura is sweeping around the side, looking for Fenrir. Even with the help of the tower, there are still minions up as the right tower will be dropped. Fenrir now turning his attention on the Bakasura. The burst of damage coming out insanely close. Both team members down low. While the ultimate does come out from Neith, Fenrir is looking for one more quick grab onto Bakasura, who does turn and run and manage to get away just in time to save his own life. Fenrir, however, did come out of that with a tower, so the fight's still going in their favor. Cognitive Red has now, at this point in the game, managed to get themselves a nice 10,000 gold lead over Insania Gaming. So Insania Gaming needs to start making more plays like that, preferably without the cost of a loss of a tower to get themselves back into this. See everyone jumping around all happy today. That's always a great thing to see. Artemis and Loki are looking to push this wave forward into the Phoenix. However, a number of members of Insania are rotating around Kumbhakarna looking for a blink over the wall. Not quite going to find it. Loki jumping forward into 3 members of Insania Gaming, looking for the quick kill into Ao Kuang. Not quite getting it. There's the ultimate. One more hit. There it is. Loki managing to pick off Ao Kuang under the team. Loki, however, getting picked off as the rest of the members of Cognitive Red sweep in for 3 members of Insania Gaming getting taken down by Zhang Kui. My camera does not seem to want to zoom out at the moment. I am not entirely sure why. So, yeah, we're going to stick with this view for the moment. The left lane Phoenix of Insania Gaming now under attack by Cognitive. And once again, it looks like they're making rather quick work of this, as I am still attempting to fight the camera unsuccessfully.
Your team has destroyed a left enemy Phoenix.
So not really sure what's going on with that. We'll switch to free cam and back, and I still cannot move the camera. So we're going to work with what we have. The gold lead for Cognitive Red has shot up to about 13,000 gold. The experience lead is still greatly, greatly in favor. We'll take a look at the graph. 21,000 experience lead by Cognitive. 12,000 gold lead by Cognitive. My math was evidently quite off. Fenrir working that right lane. Oh, hey, I can pull up a full scoreboard. That's good to know. So yeah, camera is currently still locked for me, so I can't do much about that as Fenrir is on the hunt, catching Alkwang out in the jungle. That's gonna be a dead dragon. Not much more to be said about that. Loki in the mid lane, looking for that tower. Throw him down a decoy. As a Fenrir catches out Hades in the jungle. Hades has just been doggy food this entire game. Popping Ragnarok to run away. Bakasura is still hot on his heels. Neith coming around from the side. Loki, however, shows up on the scene, jumping straight onto Neith as Fenrir does attempt to lifesteal, back off some health from some minions. The rest of Cognitive is pushing the fight forward as Zhong takes out Bakasura, and Kumbhakarna is taken down into his passive as the surrender does come through. Insania. Was that a surrender? Did the minions actually just take out the Titan? I can't rewind to actually check that. Okay, minion wave was in the middle of the wave. I'm not entirely sure. I believe that was a surrender vote. Okay, yeah, your team has agreed to surrender 4-0. So there we have it. Sorry about the little bit of technical troubles there with the camera. A little bit of a stomp by Cognitive Red. I figured I'd take a look at a game with some different gods. Both Zhong and Fenrir doing some big damage that game. Fenrir just... Hades was never in this game from that early invade right at the beginning. Hades was never able to do anything. And, yeah, I'm like, these numbers aren't big at all, but the fact it's a 15-minute game, these 18-minute, 16-second game, some rather large numbers for player damage coming out. Fenrir, top damage for Cognitive. Almost double the damage of any member of Insania, so very well played by Cognitive. Insania just not able to turn things around on the back of those two early invades. Despite getting that early first blood, it was just not enough to make up for the fact that they had lost so much experience early. So that'll be it for this game. Thanks for watching. Constructive comments and criticisms are welcome. This is the 5th game now that I've done a cast of. Still learning to do things, trying to get abilities down, trying to get the hang of doing play-by-play and all that fun stuff, so any feedback is definitely helpful. Otherwise, thanks for watching, and have a great day.